Hey everyone, thought it would be fun to just do some streaming of a new early access game, Infinity Battlescape. The game's actually been around for a million years, but just recently they um, put it out on early access. So yeah, so if you missed that because the music was super loud, I thought I'd start streaming some Infinity Battlescape. The game's been in production for a very long time. It was kind of like a cult following for a while. One of the first kind of game engines that did planetary landings and things like that seamlessly from space. So people got pretty excited about that. And then eventually they had a Kickstarter, which I backed, and then now they just released it on early access on Steam, so more people can get it. Also, it's easier to install. I had a bunch of problems with installing their earlier installer, so but yeah, so let's fire it up. This is actually one of the first times I've fired it up. I played it briefly for a few seconds, but it's kind of a pretty technical game. There's a lot going on, so yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun to try out some of this stuff. So I don't even know. Actually, these are all tutorials that are YouTube videos, so we're not gonna do that. Okay, I guess we'll jump right into the multiplayer and hope we don't die. Yeah, okay. Lots of different servers. Looks like there's not too many players. I'll do US East Coast. Yeah, so this is basically a multi-ship type space combat sim. So two big groups of teams. I think it might be like 50 on 50 or something. I'm not quite sure how it works. But there's fighters, bombers, and different types of cap ships. And then you're in this kind of solar system, and there are different planets that you can have bases on, space stations, and you can fly between the planets, you can fly around in space, you can fly around the space stations. And so I guess there's kind of a, capture mechanics, so you're capturing different parts or destroying different parts of the enemy's stuff. And so I have no idea what to do here, so I'll pick yellow, why not? Okay. Yeah, so this is one of the things when I first logged in here was I had no idea what is going on. So it looks like people are doing stuff in Cinder, so which is one of the planets. And here you go, lots of awesome controls here. I like that W is thrust forward and S is thrust backward. Strafing, it's about my style of controls for my games, so it's pretty good. Shift is boost, space is brake, that's interesting. Alt is countermeasure. Control is so you can move your head around. X is weapons menu, C is comms. G will allow us to target closest. Alright, that sounds good. Alright, there's all sorts of stuff here to look at. I think fire weapons and, yep. Increased target speed is the... So, okay, pretty standard. This control scheme is very similar to how I make my games, so let's go. I like this control scheme. So this is the cockpit view, I guess, and let's look around. We can see our cockpit here. Oop. I guess you can also control your ship from this. Okay. I'm guessing red is bad. Alright, so I'm just pressing left click to, I don't know what I'm targeting actually. Okay, so it's the SCR res. I don't know what kind of, oh, it's a destroyer, I guess. So it's actually a cap ship of some sort. It's pretty cool. Whoa. Probably don't want to get too close to this thing, but It's gonna explode. I might explode too, though. Nice. Oh yeah, you gotta like that. That's cool. So I don't know what the light blue are, but okay, so I see my target thruster can go all the way up to 360 meters per second. I'm guessing that when your team gets credits, you oh, he exploded. So we're right over this planet now. I've actually never gone down to a planet. There's also different modes. So here's our pretty cool. Oops. It sounds like there's another. I don't know if anyone has any reason to go down to these planets' surfaces other than to. I guess there is stuff down there. You can see here. So I'm currently going extremely fast in one direction here. Oops. Tab apparently brings up map. Let's see if I can maybe I can break. There we go. So there's a warp drive where if you press J, God knows how you disengage the warp here. Getting pretty close. Okay. It's about. This is a cruiser, so it must be pretty big. That looks pretty cool. He's got. I'm not exactly sure what all these warning beeps mean, but alright, we're gonna go right past this guy. Yeah, break. Heat alert, okay. Ah, he's already exploding. That's funny. At enemy objective Sarake. Participate to earn credits. So, how do you even... So it's interesting that the ships explode. I think the explosions are really cool. I like that there's lots of little pieces. I guess my personal preference is that there's more to it than that, like some chunks of things and stuff. So I don't know where everyone's headed. So I guess you can maybe. So I'm charging my warp drive now. Let's see if I can get there.
Selecting new target destination.
Someone's actually talking on the comms. Uh-oh. I need to select target. So I don't know if this base is just like in orbit or if it's somehow on this planet. I thought this was a gas giant though, so I'm not sure what's happening here, but so pretty impressed by the setup here. It's pretty cool. Kind of wish I had a body, I guess. That'd be kind of a little bit more immersive. That's one of the things I like about Eve Valkyrie is okay, when do I jump out of hyperspace here? How close are we? Is it on the other side of this planet? Am I being an idiot? Possibly. I'm waiting to see. I don't think it's in here. I mean, that's kind of amazing if it is, but I think it's like on the other side of this planet. Well, how do you... Let's jump. Can we get out of here? Yeah, I don't think it's in the gas giant. I didn't think it was. I think it's on the other side of the planet, and I have no idea how we... I guess we have to fly around it or something. I think we're headed back to Cinder. Like, warp speed is automatic. Might result in overshooting. Huh. Is that because I was pressing the acceleration button? Could I overshoot it directly into the planet? Well, since we're a little bit lost, and I probably actually don't have a lot of time to play, maybe I'm just gonna... Well, I'm gonna just hyper jump directly into the planet here, and then... Let's see, do they pull you out or no? Man, how do you get in here? Kind of like the idea of just using warp drive to... Because I'm an impatient player. One of the problems with all of these space games is everything takes so long to do. I don't know what happens if you go super fast here. We'll just disengage and brake, right? Yeah. Okay, now we're at... Man. You'd think I'd be like falling into the planet at this point. Battle at Enemy objectives. Our key has been lost. Yeah. Well, how do you even get there? That's why. I'm gonna hyper. Alright. Alright, so we get to... I don't know, what's a safe flying distance? What's 30,000 feet? Alright, I'm definitely pretty close to the surface at this point. Well, it looks super cool. See, I'm making my own game. I'm sort of like... I really like the idea of planetary landings. I think the... whatever it is, the math or the LOD tricks that are required to kind of make it work, I haven't quite wrapped my head around. And then whenever I like kind of have a game that does it, like No Man's Sky or even this one, it's kind of like, you know, does it really matter? Like, you know, you think about Privateer, you just get close enough to a planet, you press land or whatever, and then you land. Like right now, when we just went down to that planet, like the main thing was I had to hold down I had to keep engaging my jump drive, right, to even get down here. So, like, is it better to just, you know, aim at a planet and say land there or go down to the surface or whatever? I don't know if it's just that it's nighttime on this planet. The lava's kind of glowy and weird. Looks like they need some lapping waves on this lava river here. Or maybe I'm just not close enough for it to engage the LOD. I'm not sure. I am now 200 meters above the lava though, so if there is lapping lava waves, we may never see them. Pretty cool. I'm probably annoying the hell out of my teammates who are wondering who the other players are. You see me just flying around on the surface of this planet and not fighting. I'm here for the scenery. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. I like the idea of flying around these lava canyons and stuff. Oh no. Sorry, I was about to crash into the lava wall, I think, so let's get out of this canyon. Look at that. How do I get to the back of this? There we go. Kind of. Sort of like an over the shoulder, huh? Well, it's pretty cool. Alright, looks like it's time for dinner, so I'm gonna sign off now. Alright, we'll catch you later.